That's not to say we're going to be seeing some cool, unique Legacy of Solaris exclusive stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe hitting this searchlight with a missile? Jeez, dude. Welcome back to the final main bunch of stages here in Sonic 06 Legacy of Solaris. Today, we are going to be doing Shadow's extra stages. If you haven't seen the other extra stage parts, all 8 stages, the main stages, not including Tropical Jungle Rouge, have an extra variant, which is a variant that's exclusive to Legacy of Solaris. We saw some pretty cool and creative stuff with Sonic and Shadow's extra stages, or Sonic and Silver, that's the other character. Sonic and Silver's extra stages, so if you haven't seen those parts, I recommend checking it out. But if not, let's go ahead and jump right in to White Acropolis here. Let's do it! Shadow extra stage time. Now, when it comes to Shadow's extra stages, I would say that the creativity of them are nowhere near the highs that, say, like Sonic's Crisis City or Silver's Aquatic Bases. Shadow's extra stages are pretty, I don't want to say rudimentary, because we do get to do some unique stuff, like we're starting at the very end of Section 2 of White Acropolis here. But I would say it's more like, I would imagine these levels being variants that Sega created. Like, you could convince me that these are Sega-created variants. We are going to have the Shadow show here for most of it. We won't be switching to Rouge or Omega that often, or the other hedgehogs at all, which is pretty interesting. But I think that's pretty cool, because one thing that I'm not covering in this Legacy of Solaris playthrough is the very hard missions, which was DLC for Sonic 06. And in Shadow's very hard missions, I would say people who really like this game are big fans of what they do in Shadow's very hard missions, and you are switching between the amigos and going through the sections in an extremely crazy way, like, all the time. So I guess for the extra stages here, Jotaro kind of wanted to reel it back in and kind of have more of a traditional Sonic experience. That's not to say we're going to be seeing some cool, unique Legacy of Solaris exclusive stuff, like, I don't know, maybe hitting this searchlight with a missile? Jeez, dude. As you can see with the buggy, since I didn't talk about it in Shadow's story, with the buggy, the missiles, I believe they explode after a certain time, but that time is incredibly lengthy, so literally from the beginning there, we can snipe all the searchlights except for the last one. Yo, what's up, Grape? Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your first time here with the final day of Sonic 06 Legacy of Solaris. Had it say already, not really feeling much different, but I wasn't expected to. I at least have a plan to improve in the near future. That is awesome to hear, Violet. I'm very happy to hear that, and sounds like it was worth your time. So that's awesome. Probably be a weekly thing for the time being. Hey, that's amazing, dude. Again, super mad respect for having the courage to understand that you needed outside help, and you're getting it now. I really wish the best and hope things get better at a much faster rate than you expected them to. That's awesome. When is LOS 2 coming out? Legacy of Solaris doesn't need a second version. There is plenty here. Watching the YouTube vids, good work. Hey, thank you so much. I put a lot of effort to the YouTube, especially nowadays, so I'm glad that people are really enjoying those videos, because they genuinely are a lot of fun to make. Just at the moment, they take up a lot of time, but thankfully after today, that time's gonna be all freed up, because the short that everyone is kind of waiting for is releasing today, so that's exciting. Let's go! So, as you can tell, went through White Acropolis backwards. We started in Section B, which is the second section, and then ended in Section A, going up backwards. A lot of Shadow's extra stages, you can see a lot of the sprinklings of some of the Amigo stages. Like, we're gonna see a lot of inspiration from Blaze's stage, as well as even Amy's story as well. I said as well twice for no reason there. Oh my goodness, pressing F4 to reset those graphics, man. Alright, here we go, hopping into Kingdom Valley. Legacy of Solaris has a lot of unique stuff, it impresses me. Legacy of Solaris is an incredible mod. I highly recommend playing it. If you're like, but Stelmo, PO6 is better, doesn't matter. Play both. Both are free to play. Well, as long as you have a copy of Sonic 06, but that's not too high of an ask considering it's $5 on the Microsoft Store. Oh my goodness. Starting off in Kingdom Valley here, we are going through Section 1. Shadow does go through Section 1 of Kingdom Valley in the End of the World, but Shadow, while not having the creative highs that Sonic and Silver have, his stages are no slouch. We don't have a single stage that is one section long in his extra campaign. We are in for the long haul here, folks. So if the Sonic and Shadow parts were a little short for you, trust me, Shadow's got you covered. Noob Mo is back. Hey, what happened, Channel of Sonic? This is the last game for different character abilities. Well, Sonic Frontiers might be changing that because at the time of this recording, the extra characters aren't out. But I guess we'll see when we get there. So interestingly enough, here we go through section 1 of Kingdom Valley that normally only Sonic goes through, and I guess Shadow goes through, but he's normally on the hang glider. And then here we go into Silver's section B, which is pretty interesting. Is this section D or section B? This is section D, sorry. Section B is the one where is Sonic's third section in his regular Kingdom Valley. This is section B, where or section D, damn it. Section D for damn it. Where we get to go through kind of Silver's version. Oh my god. Quote unquote secretly. And if you work from home, they'll never know. Unless they can monitor your computer. In which case, go! Go! Not even the water jump could save us. Legacy of Solaris does make it a lot better, though. If this was Retail 06, I would not be able to tolerate how much I've played it in the last month or so. I think, the Sonic part of Legacy of Solaris went up, I think, 2 months ago? I'm not entirely sure. Aggressively mediocre. I mean, is that better than being bad, though? Wow, just get better. How could you be so bad? Ugh. Being mediocre worse than being bad? Why? Because you can't make fun of me? You can't make fun of me if I'm just mediocre. I came to the Stelmo stream for top-level gameplay of a game that Stelmo only plays once a week and uploads on YouTube twice a week and is going to be done, and I'll probably visit Legacy of Solaris again if it gets a big update, or maybe if, you know, the playthrough is popular enough to where I can do some extra stuff. Just play like me! That's a game over, folks. Oh god, I forgot we were in section 2. You know, especially because I did practice, and there's a part of you is like when you practice and then you mess it up during the actual performance, it really sucks. But, you know, I gotta play through the stage. I have to get to the end, so doesn't matter how I feel. We can actually hop this way. This is where we have to go next. And of course, we do have all of Shadow's upgrades, so if you didn't like how you couldn't use Chaos Blast a whole lot in his main story, well, the extra stages are here for you. We can basically activate Chaos Boost whenever we want, and since this is based off of Retail 06, or a mod for Retail 06, the moment our action gauge fills up, we can go all the way to Chaos Boost level 3, which is pretty nice. Hop in the hover car here and make our way across without dying, hopefully. Oh goodness, what? Bro, I got flattened. I would say that Kingdom Valley, it's either Kingdom Valley or Crisis City that's Shadow's hardest extra stage, so I'm not surprised I'm dying this much, to be fair. Playing as Blaze Legacy of Solaris, so you got puffed twice in 5 seconds? Dude, that'll happen. That'll happen. Hop around here. Go a wee bit faster. And bing. I'm gonna just play retail. That's up to you, man. Chaos Blast have a bigger hits box even in PO6? Yes. The Chaos Blast hitbox in the original game is pathetic. All right, here we go. Basically going through section B here the exact same way that Sonic did. We're just starting a little bit later. But while I did say that it is the Shadow Show for the most part, we are going to be doing a quick Amigo switch in this stage to Omega's crotch. I mean, just Omega. If you didn't see the Omega video, yeah. When it comes to... Wow, that was a great segue. When it comes to Omega in Shadow's extra stages, I highly, highly, highly recommend adding the optional patches in the 06 mod manager to enable movement during his lock-on shot and his air or Omega launcher, which is this move right here. And the lock-on shot is this. When we play as Omega in Legacy of Solaris, there are going to be a lot of enemy waves we need to attack. And if you have those off, you will literally just be a sitting duck as the enemies pelt you with projectiles. So being able to move helps a little bit with defense, which is really nice. Because as far as I know, you don't have invincibility frames while you are using the lock-on shot, which is what I'm using here, or the Omega launcher, which I showed earlier. So I would say it would absolutely be in your best interest to... Oh my god! And we're gonna go ahead and use the Omega launcher here. One little cheat is that if you do have the lock-on shot movement and the Omega launcher movement enabled, you actually can hover infinitely. Where normally in Legacy of Solaris, Omega has a limited hover. So if you want to cheat the game, you can do it that way, but... Painfully average, dude. If you guys don't like the gameplay, then why are you here? Seems like it'd be a pretty stupid way to spend your time. Yo, what's up, Nailin? How you doing, man? I'm gonna go ahead and actually grab one of these rings that got shot out of me. I have no rings. Hope stream goes well. Can't say busy at work today. Wanted to say hey. Hey, thank you for saying hey, and I hope you have a great rest of your day at work, Vex. Appreciate you, man. All right. So, a little bit of an interesting thing here is we are actually on the other side of where Sonic normally enters his Mach Speed section, which is pretty interesting. I guess they just wanted to show off that this little bit of level design is here. I like making fun of the bad Sonic player, but what's the point of making bad if I'm not going to give you a reaction? You got it, man. You watch me to roast me? That sounds like a very unhealthy existence. Hop in the hang glider here, and we are going to take... I'm hanging on to the other side? Yes, I am. That can't be a reference to anything. Oh, no. We're going to take the hang glider here into this little cave, and one of the unique things in Shadow's extra stages is we actually get to play as Mach Speed Shadow. With this really cool animation, to be completely honest with you. I really like it. Really kind of shows the effort that Shadow's putting in to move fast. So, it's pretty cool. Stelmo's amazing at video games. Source, trust me, bro. Haha. But yep, there's nothing different. He controls exactly like how Mach Speed Sonic does. It's just different character with different animations. This max speed animation, though, is custom to Legacy of Solaris. I believe Chaos made it, because Chaos made the Blaze max run speed animation. But I'll put an editor's note if I'm wrong. And done. Very nice. That was Shadow's Kingdom Valley, one of his harder and longer stages in Legacy of Solaris. There for 7 minutes. Jeez. That's how it be. Get in the A rank, though. Let's go. Go ahead and save the game and hop on into our next stage. Whoa! I don't know what's going on with the artifacts today. It seems to be happening more frequently than normal. What's up, Derp Cage? How you doing? Welcome to your first stream, my man. Shadow's Crisis City. We actually begin in Section D, which if you haven't seen the Blaze, Amy, Silver, Sonic parts of Legacy of Solaris, this is a unused section of Crisis City. So there were 5 sections, and we see 4 of them. Or, sorry, there were 6 sections, and we see 4 of them in the normal game. 4? No, we see 5 of them. Oh my goodness, I think I messed this up in the other Legacy of Solaris part. I talked about it too. Right there, you saw the leader mechanic, which is, I guess this is probably the final time I'm going to mention it for the playthrough, which is generally there's an enemy that looks out of place in an enemy formation, especially in these extra stages. Legacy of Solaris, Jotaro, Fen, all the people that design the levels are really big fans of it. I'm actually a big fan of it too. I think it's a cool way to speed it up if you know where that enemy is. But you defeat the odd-looking enemy, and then if you defeat the odd-looking enemy, all of the enemies in that formation will be destroyed, which is really nice. Yo, what's up, Pedro? How you doing, man? But yeah, Section D, very similar to Section B, which is the second section that Sonic and Shadow go through, if you don't know what Section B means. So it makes sense why it was cut. It does have a few unique set pieces, one of which we won't be seeing here, but it's cool that it's incorporated regardless, I think. Yo, what's up, GJ? How you doing? That stream's going a 10 out of 10 so far, man. I hope your day is going well also. Another leader there. Should activate that spring. Go ahead and hop into another of kind of the Section D unique set piece there. Going backwards to something we did in Section B. And then we're going to head into our next section, which is Section F. We're going to go through it backwards. Also, happy birthday, question mark, exclamation mark, birthday. Work do be working. Little bit more rambunctious today. Section F in the chat. What's up, Chaos? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh, Shadow, no! Come on. All right, we're good. We're good. How long can the buggy stay? Uh-oh. You actually go, oh my goodness, how does that fit through a checkpoint? I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. Who made the command still no? Is that a command? I've never seen what it does, if so. Oh, Philip. You mean in the command itself, Amazon. Yeah, Philip misspelled it. Honestly, kind of like how the set piece looks when you're going this way toward the tornado versus against. Oh, you should have kept it, Amazon. I appreciate you, though. Gotta keep the name correct. Yo, what's up, Proto? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, thankfully you caught it because this is the final Legacy of Solaris stream, so... Dang, dude. Breaking the YouTube immersion by them knowing that I'm doing both this and the last story in the same day. Put it back if you really want. No, it's too late now. You already changed it. I've already accepted failure. Yo, what's up, Dalen? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right. Just chilling? Sounds good, man. Any other notable Sonic 06 mods you can think of? Gordon Ramsay, who's part of the LOS team and is a 06 and Project 06 speedrunner. Saw today's tweet? I did not. But I'll take a look at it probably after we finish this up. The term is Zeet. How would you pronounce that? Because how is X pronounced? Like you can pronounce it like Z, like a Z, like xylophone. Isn't X kind of like the letter C where it doesn't have its own sound? It's like how C is either an S or a K sound. Like an X is either like a Z or a Y, I think. We do. Same with W. What? What other letter makes what? Twitter videos? Videos. Exactly. All right. Next Mach Speed section with Shadow here. Chaos, since you're here, I'm curious, did you also make this Mach Speed animation for Shadow? He doesn't have its own sound in a lot of dialects except in Spain? Interesting. So I guess Z uses the X sound then? Because I really like this Mach Speed animation. I talked about it a little bit during Kingdom Valley's Mach Speed. Oh my god. But I really like when, way back when we were talking about, like, the Adventure 2 animation and how it really looks like Shadow's putting in effort at max speed. I think this, this animation does a really good job of, like, showing Shadow putting in a lot of effort as he's running at max speed here. Of course, I got hit, so we can't see it, but... The sound Z kind of sounds like a hiss. Interesting. The animation is different? Yes. When you are max running, Proto, Shadow's animation changes where he kind of tilts his head down more and he closes his fist. Yes, that was all right. Shadow has her mind? Gotcha. Wait, all of the animations? I thought that the... like the regular animations, like his building up the speed and then normal run speed. You know, like the Shadow Max Run animation, it looks weird. I really like it because it really looks like Shadow's, one, it looks like he's skating, and two, it really looks like he's putting in effort. On top, all mine. I guess to break my rule a little bit here, since I'm curious, so Shadow's always had new animations in PO6? And I guess if so, what's different between Shadow's Shadow release animations and the retail animations? I believe there's a switch we need to press here in Flame Core. Hopping into Flame Core here. Again, similar thing to what we've done before. We're going to be going through Section B and then ending with Section A, and we're going through in a different direction. Which is kind of interesting. You can see the theme of Shadow's extra stages here. Pretty much how it looked in the Shadow release. So what's different? Because to me, it's always looked like the retail animations. Prefer Shadow's ground animation and forces. Cool. I will applaud you, Pedrook, for saying that that is a legitimate hot take. I think. I don't know. I don't usually discuss Sonic forces, so... Considering there's not a lot to discuss. You guys will probably barely see. You're gonna have to turn that animation up. And I have to say it out loud so I remember to actually do it. So the animations aren't apparent? Gotcha. I'll have to load up Retail 06 at some point and look at it to just compare. See if I can notice a difference. That actually wasn't necessary because we have a leader here. But we don't have a leader here. So, actually, no, we did. Never mind. I like how the Speed Shoes music is still playing, even though we switched characters. Again, back to Omega. Now, if you're wondering, Stummo, we've switched to Omega a lot, but what about Rouge? Don't worry. We'll see Rouge a grand total of 1 time in these extra stages. I guess Jotaro just didn't really come up with too many creative things. Like I said in the Shadow part, when it comes to Shadow's extra stages, I should say Shadow, Rouge, and Omega, most of these are Jotaro's original levels. Fen and Gordon and the other level designers didn't have too much, I don't want to say input, because if they wanted to, they absolutely could have, but they just, Jotaro was kind of the head of these stages here. Guess it kind of shows the difference when you have one level designer versus multiple, how a stage kind of turns out, which is interesting. Alright, gotta love that the Omega launcher here is going to target all of these little guys first, and then it's going to target the big guys. Thankfully, that ring bounced in the correct spot. But that would have sucked. Alright. To Flame Core Section 1 we go. It is kind of weird, but I think it's also pretty cool. Going through Section 1 here, we're pretty much going to be going through it in the normal direction. Just the level design's gonna be a little bit different. Give me those rings, please. Couldn't go through Flame Core without getting puffed, of course, which is what we call getting hit by a meteor, because they look like Cocoa Puffs. Ow. Think we can make it around here? Thank you, super long homing attack. I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but Shadow's homing attack in Retail 06 and subsequently Legacy of Solaris is longer than Sonic's, and that's actually a glitch, at least from what I've been told. Sonic and Shadow were supposed to have, like, their homing attack range be exactly the same, because, it's kind of broken. Making some crepes today? Let's go. That sounds exciting and tasty. You hate sneezing because your eyes water so badly? I can understand that. While I am quite the fan of sneezing versus not sneezing if I have to sneeze. It's pretty cool. I also like how that geyser is right underneath that spring. That was nice. That shield effect is pretty loud when you actually collect the shield. I don't know if that audio was balanced. I don't want to say properly, but as intended, I guess. You're sneezing lovers in this house? Let's go. Is when you need to sneeze but can't? Yes, that is definitely the worst. That's why you always have some pepper on hand. Or at least when you're at home. Because pepper can make you sneeze like crazy. Again, getting to use that Chaos Blast to literally just no life these enemy encounters. I might take a damage boost here. Oh, never mind. We can land on the platform. Do. I know. The thing is it's like Chaos Blast is now too overpowered because you can literally just eliminate enemy formations at a very short cost. And booyah. Chaos Blast isn't one shot. Chaos Blast is a one-shot, it's just with those enemies, it targets their legs first. If that makes sense. Yep, we got puffed again right near the end. Omega having a fun time bouncing in the back there. I have actually never had a crepe. I kind of know what it is from the cooking shows I've watched, but not entirely sure. It's not like you can use it all the way through the story. Yeah, it's definitely kind of like a reward, I suppose. Kind of like how in Retail 06 you don't get access to the purple and sky gem until right before Aquatic Base. It's unfortunate that Silver doesn't have like any super broken ability. His broken abilities he has naturally. Rest in peace, Speed Chip. Crack Rape, sometimes they're so good. What are they? Break a rule and say the TGS project may go live very soon. Editing a vid now. Yo, let's go. If we have some extra time, I'm happy to check it out today, Chaos. If you would like. To check out the new stuff you did to it. Doo-doo. So are you just calling it like the project update or what? Do. But I guess that's only in a particular project. Yes. I wouldn't say the teleport dash is broken, to be completely honest with you. Even in P06, I don't think the teleport dash is broken. Just an update, gotcha. I didn't know if you were gonna call it something else. But anyway, talking about what we're doing here, going through section 1 backwards with Shadow and Radical Train. And then this section's gonna look pretty familiar to a certain purple cat. And not, you know, I know everyone thinks Big the cat. It's not Big. Even the same kind of joke is reused here, but it's a pretty funny joke, so I certainly don't mind. Again, seeing more of that max run animation, which I really like. Do. You don't use it to skip half the stage and it's not broken? You can only use the teleport dash in PO6 to skip half the stage if you have the S rank reward. Like, the teleport dash normally is totally fine. And I think it's perfectly okay to have a broken move be an S rank upgrade, of course. I think it's perfectly okay to have the S rank reward make an ability a lot more broken, because if you get that, that's like you have nothing left to prove. It's kind of like the Annihilator gun in Resident Evil 4, or like it's just an ability to have fun with. It's kind of fun to do the mock speed sections backwards. It's honestly something I didn't expect to like that much. Especially Radical Trains here. This is my favorite mock speed section, so kind of cool to see it done in a bit of a different way. All right, there we go. Radical Train all finished up. We are over halfway through our visit to Shadow's extra stages here, which is pretty exciting. All right, to Aquatic Base we go. No. Because those are the same, I believe, except for Dusty Desert. Dusty Desert Sonic is the only hard stage that's changed. I don't want to cover the hard and very hard. One, because we've been doing Legacy of Solaris for like 2 months, and I wanted to cover the new content. The only reason I did Sonic, Shadows, and Silver's main stories is because, well, one, people voted in the poll that I did, like, back in February. That they wanted to see me do that, and, I feel like it wouldn't really be a complete playthrough if we didn't do those stories along with it. Plus, there are pretty substantial changes in them, so... Those were 2 months? I'm pretty sure we started this in May, did we not? It was either May or early June. Nice. A very quick Aquatic Base Section 1 here. We're gonna hop into Section 2. Or I guess we were in Section 2. This is Section 1. Hedgehog stories are always the best parts? Yeah, I'd say so. You know what? Let's go ahead and hop on the motorcycle. Is there a patch for Shadow Spin Dash? No. I believe that, I can't remember the name of the person, but someone in the 06 modding community is trying to make a Shadow Spin Dash patch. Or a Shadow Spin Dash mod. But I can't recall who it is. Alright, we're hopping out of the motorcycle and just pumping the shit out of these robots here. I can't ignore it, it's what it looks like. Do. Spado. Yes, exactly. It's not like... Also, the thing is like, the Shadow Spin Dash mod would be how the retail Spin Dash functions, which is not great, so... Alright, if you're a fan of Rouge the Bat, here's her only section in Shadow's extra stages. I guess they just couldn't find too many creative ways to use Rouge, which I can understand, because Rouge is used a shit ton in Shadow's very hard stages. So I can understand why in the extra stages they toned down the amount of Rouge sections. Because I believe you switch to Rouge in every stage in Shadow's very hard mode except for one. So, kind of have the reverse here. Shadow's very hard stages are hell. Yeah, to be honest with you, oh no. Rest in peace, because we can't climb these walls. Get out of here. Want to watch Barbie? Yeah, I didn't see that, Pedruk. You said you saw Barbie this weekend? That's awesome. Hope you enjoyed it. My girlfriend Haley watched the Barbie movie. I don't think it was on release day, but it was pretty close to release day, and she really enjoyed it. We're gonna go ahead and use that movable air shot here to just totally own these enemies. I do really wish I was Shadow so I could just Chaos Blast, but... Oh, I mean, yesterday I watched the movie. No, I know. I know that's what you said. I was just saying Haley saw it near release day. I would say, did you enjoy the movie? Do 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 do. Yep. It's so unfortunate. This is like the only way you can challenge Omega. You liked it? Nice, dude. Cool, cool, cool.
Not bad.
All right. Done with Omega, and now we have another fight section here with Shadow. I don't think there's another bike for you to hop on, so... I guess if you had the old one, you can still hop on that. Oh, I thought it was a whole section. I guess it's only a few enemies. Getting that leader mechanic coming in clutch for some of these tougher ones. Don't believe there's a leader in this formation, so we're just gonna have to pop these guys with our homing attack here. Pretty sure, yeah, I can homing attack a lot faster than I have been. There's literally no delay between when homing attacking and when starting a new one. Mega's melees suck. Yeah, the shotgun blast isn't too great, but there was Aquatic Base. More and more looking at the comments, am I wrong for feeling that way? I mean, it definitely becomes a thing where it's like, people are gonna like your stuff, people are gonna hate your stuff. You know, there's always gonna be 10% of people that you're never gonna be able to please, and a lot of times those people are usually the loudest, especially when it comes to Twitter, from my experience with Twitter. So, you know, I would say if you're... I would say just look at your Twitter follower count, or your X follower count, or whatever you want to call the damn website. And I think that'll tell you how many people like you, regardless of what the comments say, Chaos. But I can definitely understand that. More prevalent lately, and it's so annoying. Yeah, I get you. I definitely get you. What I try to do, since in this particular instance I can only speak on my own experience, is that what I try to do is that whenever I see like a hated comment or like a Stelmo, you should do this. You know, not everybody is socially adept. I mean, I'm not gonna say like I'm above anyone and that I'm socially adept. But, you know, I try to strip back what they're actually trying to say. Because, you know, there could be a 12-year-old sitting behind the computer and saying that, and it's just like, okay. You know, so... that's how I've kind of learned to deal with it. I've also been told to jump off a bridge, so after that comment, pretty much anything else is just people saying things that annoy me. I get that too, trust me. I have to deal with it live. Talking a little bit about Shadow's Wave Ocean here before I get back to that convo is, we get to go through Section 1 just a little bit. It's probably Shadow's shortest extra stage, because we start a little bit of a ways into Section 1. And then, of course, we are going to do the Mach Speed section, since we did the Mach Speed section for the other characters as well. Doo-doo. You guys a little upset that I said that? Do 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 do. I would say in my personal experience, there's only been one time I've gotten legitimately disappointed and annoyed in chat. Oh, you mean to someone saying to go jump off a bridge? Yeah. I don't know. Like, and people are like, I don't know how it's gonna be an option or something. Yeah, I don't know. I did recall seeing one comment saying thank you, and I was like, I mean, were Sonic shoes really a problem in the old TGS build? Can't post stuff for fun anymore. Yeah, unfortunately, I would say from my perspective, you reach that level of popularity where you're gonna get judged no matter what you do. Somebody's going to judge you. You know, you're not gonna post something unless you post like a supersonic cutscene or something. You're not gonna get an unequivocal yay. Oh my gosh. And even then, I'm pretty sure there's someone out there who's like, yeah, Sonic Box's animations he made for the trailer suck. Now NPC tier. Starting to doubt my decision. Whoa, Wave Ocean looking kind of crazy here. If you're wondering what's going on, I'm talking about it a little bit late into this particular playthrough, but sometimes Xenia has issues with the graphics cache. You can just press F4 in order to reset the graphics cache on Xenia, or I believe if you're playing on Xenia Canary, which is like a, not a custom build, but an offshoot of the regular Xenia, which is the emulator, the Xbox 360 emulator I'm playing this on. You can press F5. Does that as well. Last time we're going to be seeing this max run animation. It looks really nice. With the Alt button, yeah, Alt F4 is how you do it. Real deal, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I think I maybe missed one of your earlier messages. I apologize for that. Oh gosh. But yeah, this Shadow Mach Speed section is note for note the exact same Mach Speed section in Blaze's Wave Ocean in her story. I'm not entirely sure if that was intentional or whatever, but you know, I mean, it's fine. That adventure animation stuff where I post a video, one of the alts people ask non-stop if it's optional. Yeah. I would definitely say, well, I will say in terms of playing devil's advocate, it's not even devil's advocate. I understand where those people are coming from. Like, especially when you have physics changes and you, sorry, give me one second. Ooh, I had to burp. When you have like physics mods and stuff, or mods that tweak a bunch of shit and come with custom animations, I can understand, you know, wanting to have a choice. That's why people enable mods in the first place, and generally like PC games and fan games and stuff is for the customizability. Like, I love the game room in Project 06, for example. And like, the more customization, the better, because, you know, I'm a human being and I like things to be my own, and the more I can adjust like a game or features of a game to suit my own personal preference, the better. But yeah, so from a player perspective, the more customization, the better, because customization is the way you can please everybody. Because if people like the regular way, they can just choose the regular way. If they like the new way, then they like the new way. All copies of PO6 must be personalized. Well, I'm going to be personalizing my own copy here in a minute, but that probably won't be until this weekend. I'm going to add Goku from Fortnite into it. Just gets tiring, have to explain it after a while. Absolutely. That's part of the business, though. I definitely understand as a streamer, like, I answer a lot of repeat questions. But I do also think that that's part of the job, because you have new people coming in, and like, occasionally, for myself, it's literally for myself, I like to poke fun when people ask the same question a bunch. You know, like how I got my name, or what's my favorite stage in 06 or whatever. Like, sometimes I like to poke fun occasionally, but I do understand that it is part of the job, and that genuinely leads to a bad user experience if you just, like, make fun of people when they ask you a question. Because it's their first experience. Like other developers and stuff. Well, the other developers are probably looking at you like, yeah, it's good. What would you like to be asked, Chaos? I'd be happy to ask you that question. You know, that kind of reminds me of actors. Because recently I've been watching, like, I've been getting TikToks of, like, different actor interviews. And there's this one guy that interviews them that, like, genuinely talks about their craft. And Like, every single actor loves being interviewed by this guy. I can't remember his name. He did this really cool one with, I think, Chris Evans. But, I would imagine for game development, it's the same way, you know? Go to in detail about with the game. So kind of like what we were talking about yesterday, in terms of, like, the patch and stuff going on. You like that, or do you mean something a little different? They're the most generic questions. Well, because the generic questions are the stuff that's appealing to the biggest audience, and that's their, you know, drama as well. Oh, I forgot. There's a leader right in the middle here. Talking a little bit about Dusty Desert before I continue my rant. We start in Section 2, go in Section 1, play as Omega, then play as Shadow, and that's the section. I don't want to make it sound like these stages aren't fun, because they are. I would just say that in terms of, like, the inspiration, like, we're not getting anything that's as cool as, like, the unused tag mode re-implementation in Sonic's Crisis City, or, like, the boss fight in Silver's Aquatic Base. These stages, they're just fun. Like, when it comes to notable stuff to talk about with them, there isn't too much. He plays back a video and puts it off as him playing it. More of the basic questions, like, is the next release adding my ass? I get you. Well, the best part of that chaos is you can just not respond. I know that, like, it's hard, like, even when you're still asked it, even if you don't respond. But I hate to tell you that, in my opinion, you're always gonna get that question. And I would say, as Project 06 grows in popularity, it's only gonna get worse than it is right now. I wonder if there's a way, I don't know how, like, Twitter works, but I wonder if there's a way you can, like, filter the comments to not have specific words in it. Still damaging to my psyche? I definitely understand that. For sure. Then you make an FAQ, but nobody reads that? Yeah. Or if you're a game dev, you just add it into the game so people shut up. You can mute certain words? Interesting. Chaos just mutes the word add. Oh, jeez. Can we survive this? Yo? Yo? Come on, Shadow. Damn it. Yeah, mute can and win. Well, I mean, the thing is, Chaos, is it's like, if you're not going to respond to them anyway and just don't want to read them, that's probably the best course of action. Because, I mean, they'll still show up on the post for other people to reply if they so choose to. But, oh my god, you don't listen to the fans? Ugh. Terrible creator. Not my developer. I mean, and that's just human nature, you know, people want to be listened to and people want to be heard. So, honestly, this rant was great for Shadow's extra stages because I genuinely didn't have a lot to talk about. Because, I mean, we're so far into the playthrough, we know how Shadow works, we know how Omega and Rouge work, we know how these stages work. I mean, this is the 12th video, I think? Because Omega was 9, 10, 11, yeah, this is video number 12, so we know how Legacy of Solaris operates at this point. I actually want to save my Chaos boost here. We do have 0 rings. Oh, thankfully there was some right there. Not enough articulate people in the world. Yeah, and a thing that definitely helps me is, like, I don't know the age of the people. Like, at the very, like, it could literally just be, like, 12-year-olds. Now, obviously, on Twitch, you have to be at least 13 to be on Twitch, unless you're scheming or something. And if you are, I have to ban you. Can't even joke about it, because it's against TOS. It'd be grown-ass men. I definitely think that it's more more like legitimate kids than you realize. And to that, I don't blame them. Because, you know, they just don't know. I know, because I ask you shit in the stream, Chaos, and you don't respond. Oh, but that was Shadow's extra stages, man. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to play through them, and I think we had some pretty good commentary along with that. Next time I see you guys, we are going to be ending the Legacy of Solaris playthrough with the last story. I'm very excited to get to that. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Here I am in the center of the camera here. And I will see you in the next one.